Hey everyone, I'm Laeth. I'm the owner of Boundary Bicycle Service. I have not yet given you guys a van tour, so figured I'd show you what I've got going. I'm doing this at about the worst time of year. It's raining and pretty cold today, but this is the van. It's a Ford Transit Connect, so it's a 2012. I had Carl with 9B Designs come by and put this on for me, so that's been really awesome. I definitely recommend it. Really like the graphics on it. One of my customers actually designed our logo for us in exchange for some work, so that was really awesome. But yeah, we do all the services: tune-ups, suspension, brake bleeds, and bearing service. As far as suspension service goes, we don't do a whole bunch of really complicated stuff, but as far as basic services like a fork lower or just a rear air can fluid change, we can do that no problem. So here's what the van looks like on the inside. I'll open up some doors and we'll get better light. I have this net on the ceiling for hauling tires and stuff. I usually keep my tires in the shed, so they're just not all in here because it'd be a little bit much. So in this side door is the truing stand, and I've also got a little vise here and just a couple cheap little pockets that are stuck on with some 3M tape. And forgive all the clutter, it's been a busy year already. So this is my truing stand. I got it off Marketplace. Almost everything in here I've very slowly accumulated over the last several years. This was my most recent big purchase. But yeah, really like this stand. It lets me do 29-inch wheels. I made sure I have the clearance between the top of the van here and the truing stand to actually true a 29er, which is really awesome. And one of my old truing stands actually came with the through axle that has the different size hub nuts. So this slides in after I adjust the width correctly, and works really good. It holds it really tight actually. So that's one thing that I'm really enjoying. I've got a few hangers, derailleur hangers, not a ton, but some of the most common ones. I'm kind of running low on chains. I replaced those quite a lot actually, but I've got a few chains still. Let me show you around the back. This van's really awesome because, whoops, it has the yellow buttons, so you can press that and the doors open all the way up to the side, which is great. I put this little fold down table here. It's kind of flimsy because it's just attached on the sheet metal in here, but it's strong enough to hold tools and parts, which is all it's really for. And I also put a little magnet strip on the back to hold a chain tool and a chain stretch tool as well. This is my torque wrench kit. Probably shouldn't have dropped it. Definitely recommend this kit for working on bikes. It's got Phillips flatheads, some square, but the ones I use the most are all the hex bits, and it's got H2, 2.5, 3, all the way up to a hex 10. The torque wrench is in inch pounds. It's 10 to 230 inch pounds, or let's see, how many Newton meters is that? Goes up to 25 Newton meters. Yeah, and it actually came with a swivel, so that works really good. Another recent tool that I've got is the bearing press kit from Park Tool. So this thing is actually super sweet. I'll have to do a separate video about this tool. And this is another bearing press kit that I had before that one, but this one is definitely far superior. This is my tool stack here. Really like the Husky stack because it just has these pull tabs on either side that you can pull out, and then this lifts right up. I got an extra couple clear dividers for just better organization. This is my primary stack here. So got a bunch of cable stuff, crimps. This is awesome little drill which makes the job go quite a bit faster. I definitely recommend this thing. It's really cheap. It's like $40. And it just a 1/4 inch quick release on it, so I use these bits in it quite a lot. These are also hexes. This is an awesome little air compressor. These are great for your bike, but I actually use this because my main floor pump doesn't work so good on Schrader valves. So I have this set up to do Schrader right now, but it'll do either one. In the bottom, I've got a lot of brake bleeding stuff and brake pads for hydraulic brakes. Probably going into too much detail with some of these tools. I have a speaker there so I can jam out while I'm working, but often I forget. But here's how my process works. I've got the 2 fold-up bike stands. I also have 2 fold-up floor mats that are just like this. So I roll these out back here, and then I set up the bike stand, maybe 2 if I'm going to do a fork service, and set up my table here. And then often I'll pull this out so I've got access to cables and housing, and then got an extra bottle of fluid there. All my tubes and spare parts are on back there. This box goes the entire length of the back of the van, and it's also the little workbench that I have back there. This is all non-stick. I really need to figure out a safer way to hold this, but because of the non-stick and these toolboxes are pretty heavy, these never move while I'm going down the road. I'm sure if I was in an accident they would probably go all over the place and be a big mess. This is where I keep all the fluids, and then I have a little tray back here where I keep my my tool pouch. I don't like an apron. This actually works really great. I just hook it on my pocket or on my belt, and I've got all my tools, all my main tools here. So I've got I think this is a hex 4 and then a 3 that I use quite a bit, and keep my chain measuring tool here, so that's pretty nice. This is actually my favorite tool. It's a crimp for the cable ends. Does a really nice job. And the van came with these dividers here, so I keep all sorts of stuff in here. There's the shock pump. I've got grip and grip tape stuck in here. A couple chain rings. Over on this side, I keep all my fluids and nice labeled stuff. And so I've got isopropyl alcohol, some bike wash, and then some Goo Gone. This is actually pretty useful. Over here, I've got more brake fluid, chain lubes, and a whole bunch of suspension kits here. Trying to think what else I can show you. Not too much else. It has doors on both sides, so it's really cool. I do have one more thing I can show you. To wash bikes, this is my bucket for washing. I just have a bungee cord around it to keep it from going places, but I keep brushes and some rags in there. This is my portable pressure washer actually. I'll have to do another take to show it to you set up. Okay, so here it is all set up. The bucket part is collapsible. I'm trying to remember, I think it's a 3 gallon or maybe a 2.5 gallon, so it's not very big. But yeah, you fill it up with water and it charges down here with the Type-C port, and then you just press the button to turn it on. Probably should bring it in and charge it. It's been some time. There, it's on and off again. So this is the head. So this is the handle that turns it on. It comes with a brush, and right now I have it on the V blade, but it came with several of these, so there's a solid stream. Definitely really like it. It's great for washing the bikes up. One other thing I forgot to show you guys is my backup camera. So this was a unit I got from Amazon. It comes with the screen and the camera. So I just routed the wire up through there and all the way back along to the roof, and then it comes down that side. And it's just a license plate mounted backup camera, but it works really great. I think I got it from Amazon Save with used like new. I think it was $30, so it works awesome. All I do is come down here and plug it into the cigarette lighter, and then I've got a way to see behind me when I'm backing up in people's driveways, because there's no back windows on this van. So your only other option is the mirrors, which are a little small, but they do have the convex part, so that's useful. But the backup camera was definitely worth the investment. Really like it. The van also has this parcel shelf up here, which is super handy for storing my tissues and receipts and a hat and little odds and ends. Okay, well, that's about all I can show you guys. I hope you enjoyed the tour.